YouTube, it's time to put on your thinking caps because we have another historic combo deck today for you. This is a list by Squa Chief, and it is focusing on the Tainted Pact Thassa's Oracle combination. And so, how does it work? Well, first you cast Thassa's Oracle, then you cast Tainted Pact, and because this is a deck of all singletons, apart from 2 copies of those 2 cards, we then can exile our entire library with Tainted Pact, leaving nothing in our library. And then because of Thassa's Oracle's trigger, we will then be able to just win the game on the spot. And around this, both around this combination, we have ways to tutor for our combo pieces. We have Mastermind's Acquisition. We have Solve the Equation, Grim Tutor, Fae of Wishes. These are all ways we can just tutor something out. And we're also running a Wishclaw Talisman as well. And we also have then just a whole bunch of cheap Grixis spells that we can use both to kind of interfere with our opponents, slow them down, help us dig for our cards, right? We see Faithless Looting, Brainstorm, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, all of these just cheap, good things that help support the combo. And we're running Lurrus as a companion, so we can do some looping with some of these artifacts you see here, so you can get some card advantage that way, or loop some of these creatures that we might have, like a Seagate Stormcaller or a Bolus, or Augur of Bolus, right? So that's more or less the deck revolving around this combo, pieces to support it. In the sideboard, the things you're going to see primarily ways to interact, and then we have some redundant copies of our combo pieces, so in case they get sniped from our hand or exiled with like an Unmoored Ego, we have redundancy with our sideboard tutors. So the interaction, Pact of Negation, Disdainful Stroke, Aether Gust, Mystical Dispute, those are all counter spells. Then Hand Hate, we've got some Duresses, or a Duress I guess, and a Thought Distortion. Then there's Shadow's Verdict and Crux of Fate and Cry of the Carnarium for board wipes, Cling, Grafdigger's Cage for our anti-graveyard strategies. There's also Unmoored Ego just as a general silver bullet for other combo decks or in mirror matchups, I suppose. So that's the deck. Hopefully it made sense. Let's see how it plays. Yeah, I go first. Have a Tome and a Visions. Not the worst hand. Is land heavy, but on the other hand, it's gonna mean I have access to all the lands I'm gonna need. So we Sulphur Falls, we play out the Maze Mind Tome. We did find the Seagate Stormcaller, so that's another potential way we can win by just duplicating a Tainted Pact. Thalia is gonna be annoying. No doubt. Maybe we'll scry here. Censor, that's potentially good. Let's pass. I don't know what they could have. They could have something big on 3, potentially. The like Spellbinder. Wouldn't be surprised if the historic deck was playing that. In worst case, we just use the Tome to draw a card. Another Savior, that's fine. Usher, also fine. So we'll draw a card. Another land. I think we just let it happen. Find an Augur of Bolus. Not too shabby. If we do this, we are giving up the ability to counter something of theirs, but they're probably playing cheap things. I think the worst thing they could turn around and do is play like a Mace on one of their things. That would be unfortunate. Thoughtseize or Faithless Looting. Looting for sure, we need to dig. Okay, there's a Pact. Discard 2 cards. Probably Censor and a land. So next turn we Seagate, Tainted Pact. They get rid of the Augur, okay. They attack in for 6. Scry 1. Brainstorm, put them bottom. Okay, well we guess we just win this turn. Nice. Let's have a mana tithe. Ooh. Do we play around mana tithe? Ooh. Oh no, they can't even cast it because they have Talia out. Okay, so we do just win here. Okay, so that's this Oracle. And we Tainted Pact. There we go. So mono white aggro. Cry looked good there. Shadow's Verdict looked good there. Maybe take out some of the counter magic. I don't know about Sensor on the draw. Rooted Thoughtseize seem particularly helpful. Inquisition could be okay because it can kind of snipe a spell of theirs, a creature, and I don't take damage from it. Not like helping, you know, dig my own grave. Not sure about Crux of Fate. I think I'm just gonna be pretty okay here. They're gonna have a hard time killing me quick enough before I can combo off. And I already have main decked a number of removal and board wipes, so I think our configuration is already pretty well tuned to them. This is a bit awkward. We don't have blue mana, but we do have Grim Tutor and Crush the Weak, which I think is going to be huge. Granted, they can use their Selfless Saviors to like save some of their stuff, but they don't have that. I'm just gonna run out the Lantern now. Okay, they play another Savior on 2, sure. See if they'll play something else. An Extinction Event. Run out the Summit. So I'm just gonna run out the Mind Stone. I can use it to crack the Lantern. And if they have an Apparition and they snipe it, that would be bad. But otherwise we can just cast Crush the Weak next turn. Maybe get a blowout. Or they could Spellbinder me. So a little punished for not foretelling Crush the Weak. Though they actually go for Extinction Event, interesting. Okay, we take 2. We'll crack the Lantern, draw a card. Shadow's Verdict. Not terrible. Find Eliminate. So I think there is a consideration here for actually just like Grim Tutoring for like a blue source. The game goes long enough where them having Legion's Landing matters, so that can be good for me. By doing this, or by Grim Tutoring, I take 3, so I go to 14, and I take 2 extra damage next turn. So I'm already going to go to 11, and I'll go to like 9, which means I could be almost dead. They get these havens going. So I think actually, I'm not going to be too greedy here. I'm going to go Crush the Weak. I have Eliminate too, so I'm going to slow roll it. But yep, they give the Spellbinder Indestructible, but we do get rid of their token. Okay, they just go for Beatdown, get me for 7. Yep. And a Terramorphic Expanse. Nice. So I think we just pass. See if we can't snipe one of their lands if they attack with it again. They're gonna let me do this, I guess I will just kill the Spellbinder. I also have Tyrant Scorn that can kill lands. Play Redain. Okay. Grab my blue source. May as well grab the Snow Island because it's gonna enter tap from Redain anyway. Omen of the Sea. Yeah, I think we just Omen now, try to find another land. Search for Iskanta. We're gonna shuffle it away if we use the Fable Passage. Yeah, I don't really need it. Okay, they animate their Haven. Crack, Passage, grab blue. Tyrant Scorn. Kill the Haven. Try to. They have a... Oh, okay, it happens. We just play this as a blue source. So if we tutor here, we're just dead. Because we're going to go to 5 and then they'd hit us with the Haven and Redain. I guess we have to just pass. Or we Grim Tutor for a bounce spell. That doesn't seem worthwhile. Yeah, I think we have to just pass. Elite Spellbinder. Here I think the arcade is memory lapsing. Hit us for 2. I think we just crack the Omen. Faithless Looting. And a land. It's gonna help us dig, that's for sure. Fatal Push is nice. And pitch a Shadow's Verdict. And then Augur, I guess. They Spellbinder, we can just Fatal Push. Oh, nothing in mind left the battlefield, huh? You have to take Expressive Iteration if they want. We find Tainted Pact. Or slip that on board. We need to use the iteration to find an answer, I guess. Put Stormcaller into hand. Put the Watergrave into library. Exile this. I use Black Source. We will Seagate Stormcaller. Tainted Pact. Dig for Oracle and, I don't know, something else. Okay, Moment of Truth. Do they have a way to kill my Stormcaller or buff Spellblade somehow? Spellbinder somehow? Okay, Aspirant. But they have a mace. Okay, we get there. Ooh, close one. Very, very close. Okay, but then we just play Oracle with an empty library and we win the game. Okay, this looks promising. We have counter magic, we have brainstorm, ways to draw cards, mana, rocks, so I'm looking good. When it starts with a snarl, they reveal a forest. I think we lead with the Temple of Deceit. Acquisition, yeah, that'll help us find a counter, or a combo piece. See if my opponent brainstorms. Okay, they do. A bit of brainstorming action there. Now I think I'm going to want to play the pathway next turn as a blue source. One, it might have a growth spiral. I'm thinking there might be on. I guess I don't know what plays snarls these days. Play a pathway. I actually think maybe Mindstone's better, because I can't guarantee I can actually acquisition next turn. They actually censor me, okay. Sure. Play Mindstone. If they censored this too. They do, okay. Better that than my combo. Thoughtseize now. Play an Ambusher. Actually, do you want to memory lapse that? I think so. It's gonna slow him down. Okay, I'll take the Shark Typhoon. So they don't really have much going on. They just had the Ambusher. They run it out. Find Tainted Pact. Okay. I guess we will brainstorm now because we might be able to hit a land. Okay, we do. I guess we put Ritual of Sit in the Eliminate back. And then we can play the Augur. Or we could Terramorphic Expanse and then do that. I mean, like, we just need to, next turn, grab the Oracle with Mastermind's Acquisition. So I don't really think it matters. We'll just, crush the weak. I guess we'll just block. Okay, land, crack it. Seagate's Stormcaller. So if we have one more mana, we can just win with this, right? Caller, copy Pact. So we'd exile our whole library and then just play the Oracle afterward, but we're just gonna acquisition here. Let it resolve, I guess. They might have a counterspell. Okay, so we have the combo. They have a turn to try to stop me. They have one card, I guess two, with the draw with which to do it. Like Brazen Borrower. Okay, it's not going to cut it. They hit me for 10. Make another token. Alright, well, moment of truth. Oracle. Into Tainted Pact. Okay, looks like we got it. Okay. So we're gonna want to bring in our counter magic. The board wipe didn't seem all that great. The language would be good because it would kill their wolves, but ritual seemed bad. Stroke, probably good. We take out a dead weight, doesn't seem particularly good. It would kill the brazen borrowers, so there is that. But I mean, apart from that, doesn't seem all that impactful. Pact negation, probably gonna be good if they start bringing in some kind of more counter magic. They also just Aether Gust away their wolf. Yeah, I don't know that we want to bring in the Mind Twist, or not Mind Twist, the Thought Distortion, because a lot of their stuff is creature based, and it might only hit like half their hand. For 6 mana, I want something better than that, I think. But okay, look at this. We have the combo in hand already. We just have to get to 4 mana. Start with Temple. Supreme Will. Sure, counter magic. I'll take it. See if opponent brainstorms. They opt not to. Assuming they had that. I guess they have a probably a sensor up. So we'll just, I guess, run out the Lockthwain. Not going to play into sensor. They could also have Growth Spiral, so there is that. Maybe actually should be running into the sensor so that they tap down so we can get through the combo. I think respecting it, that wasn't the worst thing in the world. Doing this lets us cycle the canyon too if we want to. And a memory lapse, that's going to be nice. We'll just bolt in Steam Vents, pass the turn. If they play a wolf, we'll counter it with the will. Play Brainstorm, sure. Alright, Brainstorm plus Fable Passage, probably shuffle away their stuff they don't want. Yep, there they go. Could run it like a Brazen Borrower. Okay, they don't do anything. We're on 5 mana now. Aether Gust, that's another thing we can use. I guess we're out the other black source so we can use Castle Lockthwain if we want to. And we could just try to go for it and go Oracle, Tainted Pact, have the Gust, or rather the Lapses back up. So I do think that they have a Censor. So they could Censor and have something else. So I think we just wait one more turn while just countering whatever they do. And if they end up just using Castle Vantress, that's also fine. But they don't do anything, actually. They don't even tap down. Interesting. Play Brainstorm. Again, that's fine. Play land tapped. Okay, they scribe one of the things to the bottom they didn't want. Yep, there they go. Okay. Play the Fable Passage. Try to go for the combo win. See what they got. Okay, well, I guess we got there. That's fine. Okay, so we take it. Okay, we have a Tainted Pact. Nothing else going on, but can at least grab another blue source with the Evolving Wilds. Probably should wait. We can get rid of something we don't care about, like a Brainstorm or I don't know what else. But I'm gonna hold on to Evolving Wilds for now. Opponent starts with a Watery Grave, interesting. Now we're gonna route the Evolving Wilds. Grab a blue source, and then probably end up playing Valakut Awakening next turn. Okay, opponent might be on Sultai. Evolving Wilds, grab blue. Seagate's Stormcaller, okay. So I'm just thinking about this Stormcaller here, right? I think next turn if we Stormcaller plus Tainted Pact, we exile cards for the first one until we find an Oracle, take it. Second one, we exile everything except for like 2 cards. Or 1 card, and then we just play the Oracle. It's probably good enough. Potential T5 win. But I might just like, I don't know. Fatal Push my Stormcaller. They have 1 mana up, conspicuously. Could also be trying to cycle the Censor. Never know. Or maybe they have like a Mystical Dispute and didn't want to use it on this Stormcaller. They still have priority, so I think it's probably either a Fatal Push or cycle. We'll take this actually because it's a counter spell. So next turn I'll have 1 card in my library when you draw. Okay, they do have a Fatal Push. Kill the Stormcaller, but should be primed and ready to go. Play land. Another Tainted Pact. Inquisition, see what they got. They have a Rewind. That's the last card in my library. Is it a land? It is, okay. So they're gonna get us, huh? Old Rewind. Old Rewind. Yeah, well, they got us. Dang. Some more Simic style tempo flash business. Take out the board wipes. Deadweight. Could put in Thought Distortion. They did seem to have a decent number of counter spells there. I can put another Mystical Dispute. Take out Crush the Weak. Okay. Okay, first, 2-lander. We do have a Maze Mind Tome. I think we keep this. We also have solved the equation so we can dig for a Pact. Bo3 Thirst is probably something I should have cited out as well. Though, I mean, it can kill wolves if we kick it, so it's not the worst thing in the world. This is a tough call, because we go blue-blue here. I think we probably should. We can't necessarily play Bloodchief's Thirst next turn, but having blue-blue is just too important for this deck. We already have access, or rather use for having double blue in that Sod coming. We can hardcast it, but we need it for the Oracle. So I'm just, okay, doing this. Disdainful Stroke is nice. Oh, we have a Growth Spiral. Yep, there it is. Did they put on play? Okay, overgrown tomb. Play lands. Unmoored Ego. That's an interesting one. Sure, I guess. That's gonna hurt. We do have access to our sideboard, though, potentially, through the Wish. So we can still win, despite them doing this. We also have like Mastermind's Acquisition, too, so there's that. I'm gonna put a stop on upkeep because they do want to hit 4 lands. Okay. Okay, we get another land. Nice. Play it. Solve the equation, I guess. Or acquisition. Play the gold lantern, or the guide lantern. Get their unmoored ego. So if you don't have any kind of recurring of that, that would be probably backbreaking. I am tapped down though. We could get something nasty off. They foretell something, probably a saw it coming. That's fine. I'm gonna put another stop on upkeep. Do a scry, try to find a second black source. Oh, bottom of Heartless Act. And a Tainted Pact. I guess we'll just sack the lantern. Try to draw a card. Okay, find a land, though it's not black. We just pass here. Another growth spiral. Hold the multiverse, that was what they had. Yeah, I think I'm okay countering that. I think we'll just foretell. Saw it coming. By doing that, I'd already prevented myself from actually being able to counter what they had, and they more or less knew my hand, so I don't think there's anything or anything gained from having it'd be tricky and waiting. Just gonna draw a card now. Gotta find a land. Well, we do find a land. Yeah. Torrential Gear Hulk. You get to cast Behold. Yeah, I think we probably should counter that. I'll just use the Supreme Will, because that's the one that is CMC based. In terms of they have to pay more mana for something, instead of just a hard counter. Okay, this is good. Iteration. Look, 3 cards, maybe find a land. Play it. They want to play Rewind. I think we'll counter that, or attempt to. Revolutionary Rebuff. A shame. If I played this as a land last turn, we could have gotten around that, but alas. I guess we just Stormcall our Tainted Pact. Get a black source with one of them, get another Tainted Pact with the other. Another rewind. Another Gear Hulk, okay. Things are looking grim. One is definitely pulling ahead. Time Warp. Okay, well, can't stop that. Another Gear Hulk. I don't have any good instants. I can draw a card with a Growth Spiral. So we have like 2 turns to find another Black Source, otherwise we're probably gonna die. Start by cycling the Sensor. Tyrant Scorn. Another Unmoored Ego, huh? That's probably game. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the games. I'll see you next time.